Hey guys, I'm Aaron and this is SketchUp Square One, where we take a look at the fundamentals of using SketchUp. Today we're going to look at one of my favorite tools, Follow Me. Now, we didn't have to do this in other ones. Follow Me is actually kind of a big tool. There's a lot of ways to use it, and there's some advanced ways you can actually use Follow Me. So I'm going to do everything I can to cover the basics of how to use Follow Me in here, and then we may actually do a part 2, which would be like tricks and tips of Follow Me maybe. But this right here is going to just the fundamentals. I've never seen or used Follow Me before. How do I use it? That's what we're going to look at right now. Let's hop right in. Okay, so first thing is getting to Follow Me. So unlike the tools we've looked at so far, Follow Me does not have a place on the default toolbar. It's not up here. It is up here under Tools, and you're going to see Follow Me. We can also turn on the large tool set, going to View, Tool Palettes on Mac, Toolbars on Windows, and turn on Large Tool Set. If you hover over right here in the middle, you can see there's Follow Me, and you can see the default shortcut key is Shift F. All right, so let's talk about what Follow Me does. What Follow Me does is it's kind of like a 3D push-pull. It goes more than one path. So I'm going to put a rectangle right here. I'm just going to put a rectangle. I'm going to put it on the green axis, so I'm going to have it come upwards like this. There we go. And let's make 2 of them. I'll take this. I'm just going to make a copy of it right over here. All right, so now I want to take this, and if I use push-pull, which we've used before, so I'm going to use push-pull, I can make that long like that. That's what push-pull does. I'm going to grab a line now, and I'm going to bring a line back like this, and then I'm going to have it turn. What I can do with Follow Me is I can actually say, okay, follow me. I can click on the surface, and I can actually drag it right along this surface like this. So I can go, as long as I have interconnected lines to follow, I can go in any shape. And that was, I'm going to hit undo real quick, and I'm going to add another line. I'm going to take a line here and go straight down and then maybe come back. All right, so now if I hit Follow Me and click here and go like this, 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 so you can see I can go out of plane. I can go any direction I need to make that follow. That's really cool. One of the things I just did there, I'm going to hit undo again, is I chose the command first, which like a lot of tools, I have the option to choose the command and then hover over to highlight the actual geometry that I want to use the tool on. That is an option. The preferred method for using Follow Me, though, is going to be to use Select and go in and select all the pieces I want to follow first. So here I'm going to click and just drag my window open like this and select this 1, 2, 3, 4 lines first, then click Follow Me, and then click that surface. And see how that just, boom, goes real quick. This is going to give you cleaner results and a much more pleasant working experience than if I were to try to drag along. It's real simple with this, obviously. I got 4 lines floating in space. If I'm doing this on a full building where I have hundreds of lines all over, Follow Me the auto detect of the path you're trying to hover along can be a little funky, and attempting to drag it along the line can get a little bit painful. So it is recommended that whenever you come in to do Follow Me, you do pre-select the geometry, then choose Follow Me, then pick the surface you want to have follow. So this is kind of cool because this is pretty simple. This is a rectangle. Let's go over here and let's make a new shape. Let's go, say you're going to come up like this. I'm going to come over, yeah, like something like that. And then that's a fun shape. Let's have that, and we'll follow all of these lines. You notice this line, it's not just straight either. We've got some arcs here. So if I grab all that geometry and then I choose Follow Me and then pick that shape, look what it automatically does. See, it automatically rounds that. Really cool shapes, really cool geometry that you could make otherwise, but using Follow Me lets you create these things like molding or trim, that sort of thing. Boom, in just a couple seconds. Things like pipes are super easy too, because you just do one circle and have it follow everything. So this is an additive Follow Me. This was adding new geometry. You can also take existing geometry like this. This is just a box pulled up, and I put a little arc on the back. So what I can do is I can tell it, now I want to pull that arc and cut out all the way around. So again, in the spirit of pre-selecting, I want to pick my map first. Like so I want this arc to come in. Where do I want to go? Well, I want to go here, 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 and here, right? I want to go all the way around. If I have a closed shape like this, I can just choose the face that it creates. Choosing this will automatically set the exterior boundary, the edges that make the outside of this face, into the path that will get followed when I click Follow Me, and then choose the shape. And look what it does there. It goes in and cuts down all the way around. So this is great because things like these corners aren't necessarily easy to manually come in and cut that out. Follow Me just goes around the corner and chops it right off. One of the other things that Follow Me is used for a lot is things like this, shapes like this. I'm going to go ahead and take all of this and I'm going to make a copy. So I'm going to move it over with my modifier key because I want to do this a couple different ways. So what I can do here again is pre-select a shape, Follow Me, and then pick this profile. And look what it does. It spins it around and it gives me that shape. So the important thing, I'm going to undo. The important thing here is as it spins around, if I want this to be symmetrical, I want to make sure that this point right here is directly over the center of the circle. So if I was to drop a line from here straight down, there's the middle circle. That was not on accident. I did that on purpose. By having it down here, having the shape that I'm following, you see it's not actually touching. In all these other options we started touching, I don't actually have to do that. So what this is going to do, it's going to take this path and take this shape and spin it around, and from that create what we'd call a radial Follow Me, I guess. I don't know. That doesn't have to be a circle either. So I'd come over here, I'm going to grab my rectangle tool and hit the modifier key to draw from the center. I'm going to draw from the middle here. I'm just going to pull it out like that. And then I will use my eraser tool to get rid of that line. Now I'll select this, say Follow Me, and pick right here. So look, same thing. It took that shape and it just pulled it, turn 90 degrees, pull it, turn 90 degrees, all the way around. So the same profile gives me two very different shapes in the end, depending on the path that I'm actually using for Follow Me. So those are the fundamentals of Follow Me. I'll make another video for next week that goes into some more advanced use cases. If you've already been using Follow Me and you already knew all this stuff, that's cool. Hopefully you pick something up. Hopefully you're like, oh, hey, I didn't know about that or never thought about that way. If not, come back next week and maybe we'll offer you something, a new opportunity to learn something you didn't know about Follow Me. Like I said, it is one of my favorite tools. You can create some really cool geometry using it. But hopefully that's enough to get you started and try out using Follow Me in a model of your own. If you like this video, please click like down below, and if you haven't already, please subscribe. We create several videos a week around here, and you'll be notified of each and every one if you subscribe. Most importantly though, please leave us a comment down below. What do you think of these Square One videos? They're working for you? Are you learning? Which tool would you like to see next? Well, that'd be fun too. We like making these videos a lot, but we like them even more when they're showing something you want to see. Thank you.